is Jonathan Butters, who's going to be telling us, well, maybe he doesn't know, what is an innovation ecosystem? I don't know. Anyway, I'm a designer. I'm also called Jab. I also play the drums. I work within innovation, okay? And then lots of people are talking about innovation. It's going to save the planet, isn't it? Yeah. So people start mapping it out. And actually, in this city, we have things that they call innovation ecosystem maps. Now, here's one, and you can see who did it, because they're obviously very interested in this and have no idea about this or this. So that says who wrote the map. This is another one. This is from the Liverpool Enterprise Partnership. They don't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter. There's no businesses in that at all. So I have no idea where the innovation is actually happening here. It just sort of pops up through the drains. This is the most recent one from the Liverpool City Region Innovation Map. And it talks about translating research into good stuff. And it's got Matalan and 2 football clubs in it and stuff. Oh, right, okay, this is the fun bit. That's about as sense as I can make out of that map, but it's a map, isn't it, of something? You might as well do that if you're mapping out innovation, but at least, you know, rhubarb was an inventor. So, if you're mapping out something, don't do it from the top, looking down on tops, because you'll only see the canopy, and you'll see a few rivers, and a few lovely undulations, but you won't really get a sense of what's happening. You have to get down into the muck. You've got to see where all the bugs are, all the bits of fungus. That's basically where I live. I'm a fungus. Well, I'm a fungi. So anyway, if you start with the big stakeholders, you'll only get big buildings when you're mapping out something. Does anybody know where this next place is? Tick, tick. Anyone? It's the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, very famous for impact of innovation. It's not where the Bee Gees came from, but they did do a song about Massachusetts. But if you go to their car park, you probably see something like this, lists and stuff. That's not a map, those aren't things, they call them innovation assets, but the innovation doesn't happen in all these tiny little rooms and departments or whatever, it happens between people. People do innovation, okay? So, if you start with the journey that people go through when they're innovating, not the assets, like buildings, like Darsbury, you'll actually get a map, because the journey is actually what you're doing. Here's some maps. Maps are very powerful, aren't they? Here's one. This is all about colonisation. Oh, we've discovered somewhere. We're going to have it. We never went up here, so we said it doesn't exist. And this is about hearts and minds. You know, that's Jerusalem and Asia and whatever. But here is an innovation process with design going on. This is dead interesting, if you're me. Probably not for you, sorry. But this shows how you develop new ideas. It's a process in time, okay? It goes loopy and all this sort of thing. But there are people who map this stuff out. And unfortunately, they've not been to Merseyside. I wish they would, because they'll make sense of all this stuff that's going on in universities, in business or whatever. There's a mate of mine called Tom Innes who draws these lovely maps. He's a bit obsessed with maps. This is an actual innovation process which is mapping out the relationships between teams and people and how they work on just one project. This is actually real. This is an innovation ecosystem going on in real time. Does anyone remember Double Diamond? Shit beer. Well, funnily, that name Double Diamond has been adopted by the Design Council. I'm a designer, so I'm interested in what they do. They've come up with this Double Diamond design map, which goes from discover, define, develop, deliver. And I've been to loads of Innovate UK events recently where I've seen this about 10 times, boring the pants off you. So I call it now the Watney's Red Barrel design diagram, which is another equally crap beer from the 1960s. But it's being rolled out, you can't read this, in a way which is saying, this is how designers think, just go and do it now, don't actually bring one up. And so as a designer, I've got no clients, so give us a job, will you? But it's a contentious statement that all these research organisations and universities are now becoming the grantpreneurs, and they're using their positions to be they're self-appointed gatekeepers of innovation, and something must be done, definitely, because all they're doing is seizing and colonising innovation where it actually happens in businesses like mine, and we turn things into social and environmental impact. And we sometimes make money, but not much, because I've got no job. So give us a job. Thank you very much. Do you want me to sing as well?